Talking to the Dead, Chapter 21. Every story apparently needs a villain, and every story needs light. You'll notice in most movies and stories, series and episodes, there tends to be this versus that. The conquest begins. The characters and their stages are set. You start to understand the role that they will play. You lean to one side and you may switch sides. If it's a really well done movie or episode or series, that should be happening. Do I go towards the villain or the light? Is the villain actually the light? Or is the light actually the villain? If it's well done, you ride both. You enjoy both. And you stop seeing the separation. And you start to notice the angle that when they collaborate, when they coexist, when they mingle and mix, when they blend, when they're in harmony, they each serve a purpose. It's the same in duality. The villain and all the apparent characters that seem to be of darkness are simply showing up to be brought into the light, to be enlightened. And what's so amazing about this is the momentum and energy behind the villain, which is fear, angst, depression, jealousy, envy, enragement, audacity, deep resentment. All of these want the same thing as the loving energies do. They want to be brought into the fold, into the light, into Rumi's guest house where they're welcomed. That momentum, that energy is displaced. And as you meet it and give it placement, it honors you in return. Why wouldn't it? It's only ever wanted your attention and love, like the 3-year-old who's been dismissed. It just gets louder. Its tantrum wider. The spectrum in which it presents itself bigger. Not to harm you. Oh my goodness, never. So you look at it, you love it, you welcome it. You sit with it in the pauses between duality or thoughts, and you hold it and you rock it. But even bigger than this, even more profound than this, you offer the one who seems to be receiving it the compassion it deserves to be fostering what has always been desired here, which is to be pure, unconditional love. To receive that, you must offer it, firstly, to yourself, not the human self, certainly that as well, but the one behind the projector, the one behind the movie screen, the one behind the theater, behind the energy of living in life and humanness, the abyss of unconditional love which you are. To be seated at that perspective energetically requires a willingness to be accepting of all things and dismissive of nothing. There is no exclusivity. It's not just for some. Everyone will reach this, whether it's in your last apparent human breath or not, because the love is so boundless, it has to return to itself. It's incapable of anything else. Can you see it? Can you feel it in your heart? Good. Spend more time there, in the cracks between the thoughts. The cracks in the sidewalk will widen. They'll expand. The thoughts will get quieter. They won't go away. They just become subdued because they're now loved. They're in Rumi's guest house and they're serving you. It's delicious. I see you. I love you. I'm glad you've stuck around this long. If you're new to the series, the whole audiobook is free. Go grab it. Not for me, not for likes, not for followers or subscribers. Certainly if that aligns to your heart, that too will do itself. But because I love us, we, they, enough to invite you into this delicious fold in which you have always been a part of. Much love. Until next time.